Hey, Dubai Jobs and Community. This is Avil Pinto, the Game Changer. It's a platform where we help guide job seekers to find themselves a better job, a career, and overall development of themselves in their personal and professional life. My name is Avil Pinto, and I'm passionate about helping people to unlock their true potential. I do storytelling. I'm an active Toastmaster. I'm president at Arabian Dreams Toastmasters Club. 2010, exactly 10 years back, I was also in the same boat of being without a job. 5 months. And I know the pain, I know the experience, how it feels when there is visa days counting in your mind, there's bank balance that is challenging you, and people telling you that okay, just take up whatever comes, the market is challenging, and so forth. And today I thought to address the three key things which if I had to do it right, then I wouldn't have taken so much time probably to find that job. And again, they say that everything comes at the right time, but what you do during that time is what matters. And let's identify what you could do possibly so that you can fast track your success or the result that you are looking for. Okay, today I'm going to talk about 3 T's. T for tango. Okay, with 3 T's, I have summarized my own experience. Okay, how I struggled through job search and how things changed for me. Like little things, big results. So today I have defined the topic of this live video is small things, big results. Now let me ask you a question to all of you. How many people die of malaria every year around the world? How many people do you think die of malaria every year? Now how this question is relevant to the topic of today, I will come to that point. I was doing some research, and UNICEF has declared that over 1 million people die alone of malaria every year, and in that majority of children below 5. And over 300 to 600 million people are affected or suffer through malaria around the world. What does this represent? What does this mean? It means that a small mosquito bite can kill somebody. A small mosquito bite has a potential to kill someone. Now why I am sharing this? I'm coming to the 3 T's. And the first thing is thoughts. First T is thoughts. T for not Tata. T for thoughts. The person who fought for freedom, and we call him father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. His very famous quote, he quotes, "Everything starts with your belief." Belief translates to thoughts. Your belief translates to thoughts. Your thoughts turns into actions. And your actions turns into habits. And habits define your destiny. Your belief turns into thoughts. Thoughts turns into actions. Actions turns into habits. And habits turn into your destiny. So what is your belief system? What are your thoughts? When you are a job seeker, what are your thoughts? And I would like to spend some time here today because the people that I counsel, people that I mentor, people that I coach are challenged primarily the basic foundation, the belief system, and that results into the thoughts, and that turns into feelings, and that feelings has certain frequency, and that frequency create certain results. If you have a pen and a paper, if you have a notebook, please take notes, because this could be a game changer for you as much as it has done for me. How many of you know about law of attraction? If you've not known about law of attraction, do you know about law of gravity? Newton's law of gravity. Anything you throw, it will fall down. Do you question this law of gravity? Do you even question how does it work? It works all the time. Wherever you're sitting, just throw the pen up or the pencil up, whatever that you're holding, it will fall down. Law of gravity. Law of gravity works all the time, and similarly, law of attraction works all the time. What you think is what you become. What you think is what you become. Your thoughts create your world. Your thoughts create your world. Now, I have so many books here. Now, this is one of the books which changed my life, which is called The 7 Habits. In this, the author Stephen Covey has written in the second habit, the most important habit, he says, begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind, where he says, everything is created twice in our life. Everything is created twice in our life. First, in our mind, which is our thought. Second is in our reality. Second is in our reality. First in our mind, second in our reality. Now, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? I'm a firm believer in law of attraction. What you set in your mind and you believe, and then you have the ability to receive it. Ask, believe and receive. But it all starts with your thought. Now let me tell you why I give the example of mosquitoes. We are surrounded by people, and those people have different thought processes, different belief system, and they tell you, man, it's very challenging to get a job. That thought becomes a mosquito bite in your head. People are losing jobs. Mosquito bite. That thought becomes a challenge. Mosquito bite again. Just take up whatever comes. The thought becomes a mosquito bite. And there are so many mosquito bites you are having. And these small things on a daily basis, mounting to that pressure within you, losing your belief, crushing that hope, and you feel, am I in the right place? And you fail to recognize all the good things that are happening around you. All you see is what is your surrounding, how they are suffering, what is happening, what is the news projecting. And everything that you read or you listen or you hear is negative. What you tend to feel? How would your belief system change? And thoughts have the biggest power. You have no idea. A thought, which is an idea, has created so many things today. If I have to look at this Facebook Live, somebody's thought. If we have to interact on WhatsApp, calling, chat, sending videos, it's somebody's thought which turned into an idea. What is your thought right now? I would like you to list down the most challenging 3 thoughts that you're going or thinking right now, and which is creating that negative feeling. When you think of that thought, will it excite you or will it demotivate you? Will it empower you or will it demoralize you? What is that thought going in your mind right now? Please list down those thoughts. It's very important to identify what are your thoughts that are crushing your belief system. What are your thoughts that are affecting your energy levels? What are your thoughts that are building negative feelings. Negative feelings will only attract negative. Positive feelings will attract the positive, which is likewise. What you think is what you become. If you think market is challenging, you will feel more of it because you are thinking, you're tuned in that way. If you think that market is challenging, yes, I know the world is facing this, it is challenging, undoubtedly, but there are opportunities who are waiting for me. There are organizations waiting for me because I am special. And when is your thought tuned into what result you are looking for, that is the time you will start feeling good about it. And for that, what you should do? Should you be surrounding with people who constantly drill you in your head about all these negative thoughts, which becomes that tiny mosquitoes coming, biting, and you don't realize the effect of those thoughts in you or on you? Is it good, guys? Will it help you in the success of what you are looking for? And that's why I mean to say thoughts become reality. Thoughts become the world for you. What you think is what you become. So first thing is be aware of your thoughts. Be mindful about your thoughts. And when you recognize whether you're thinking positive or negative, that is the first stage that you could fix. Unless and until if you don't know that you're thinking continuously negative, then how would you be successful in whatever that you're doing? There are positive affirmations to get over those negative thoughts on a daily basis, because mind cannot control. We go through average of 40 to 60,000 thoughts every day. Now what you can control or what you can't control? I also think many negative thoughts on a daily basis, but what do I see within is, am I mindful or am I aware of dealing with those negative thoughts? And when you are aware, then you can fix it. Unless and until if you don't know that you are having malaria, you will not be able to take the right treatment, and if you don't treat it, you know where you're going to go. That's it. Thought creates the reality or the world that you would like to or would like to live in. So be aware of your thoughts. What is the next T? The next T is time management. In the job seeker's life, 24 hours is in your control. You have 24 hours. What are you going to do? When you're in a job, you have to wake up, you have to run, you have to come back, and your day is gone. And then you wonder you don't have time. Now is you have the time. What you could do in the 24 hours? Time management. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So time management is all about planning. But unless and until you don't recognize that you have to be mindful about the time that you have in your hand, let's recognize and acknowledge and be grateful right now that we are alive, we are safe, we are healthy. There are many people who are suffering, who are in ICU, they spend their whole entire lifetime earnings to take that single breath. They're struggling to survive. You should be grateful for the moment, and the moment you become grateful, he will listen that you are grateful. So while you are grateful, what you are going to do with the time? It's very important, right? How do you use that time for your advantage? Now let's understand what I did and what I teach people how to manage time. You got to have a schedule, okay? You got to have I have a Google Calendar wherein I have fed in every hourly what all things that I have to be doing. And recently I discovered there's something called Wheel of Life, which I knew, but I had not done a deeper inside out exercise, which I did. And then based on the Wheel of Life, I listed down the priorities, the habits that I have to develop on a daily basis, the things that I need to do whether it is reading, learning, exercising. So it considers health, career, finances, family, love, friends. So this is your wheel of life, wherein all these things, 9 things that are there, and I listed all the things that would help me develop or enhance my wheel of life, or get it better to alignment with the rest of the other factors, other things. Now you should look at and introspect. Where is your time going? Where am I spending majority of my time in the 24 hours? Do I sleep more? Do I watch TV or anything more? What am I doing with the time? Where are my efforts? If job search is your priority, then how much of the time that you're allocating? Do you have a timetable? You should have. Job search is a job itself, so you should be having a timetable as same as the job that you do. Wake up early, start your day, and have a routine until you find that job. But unless and until if you are not having a routine for yourself, you will be all over the place. You will be messed up in your head because things are not going in the way that you want, that you would like to. Like we plan a lot of things. Even I had a lot of plans, I had listed a lot of habits. Does it work 100%? No. But what is most important is at least you know what to look at, where to invest your time, what is your priority, where should you focus your energy, right? And this is very important. So time management. If you want any help with regarding time management, I could take a separate session on time management. If you want, then say yes, then we can take up a session on time management, because once you fix what you have to do on a daily basis, everything else will work. Okay. So, but whatever efforts or whatever things that you're doing on a daily basis should have an end goal in mind. Okay. So your thought should be you're getting a job, what job that you want. You're very clear, very, very specific, very particular, and then align your actions based on what you're looking at, what desired result you want, right? If I want to go to Abu Dhabi, but I start in the direction of going to Sharjah, will I ever reach Abu Dhabi? But before going to Abu Dhabi, I should plan beforehand what time I should start, what time I have to get there, how I can get there, what are the tools, platforms, what are the medium I should choose to get there. You should have an end goal in mind, an end destination in mind. Or when I say end destination, it's about which job that you would like to land. What is your career? Where do you see yourself in the next year, 5 years, 10 years? And based on that, how you should work backwards. And this is where I'm coming from. For that, you have to fix the time and work on it on a daily basis. If you have learned something in the last probably 20 minutes that I shared, what is that one thing that you connected? What is something that you can work on, implement immediately? Okay, write that one thing in the comment section so I know that you are getting some value. Okay, you're learning something out of this session. So we covered the first T was your thoughts. When you condition your thoughts to the desired result that you're looking at. So okay, so it's I'll tell you in a simple way, if I keep looking at myself and say I'm fat, where do I see myself losing weight or shedding out weight? So I'll always see myself fat. If I keep if I keep telling that I don't have a job, what you are telling yourself and how much of stress that is causing you. Imagine the feelings. Okay, so instead of saying I don't have a job, okay, instead of saying I'm fired, instead of saying I'm made redundant, instead of saying all these negative thoughts, okay, just tell yourself the better opportunity is on my way. I'm looking at better opportunities. And you keep saying I'm looking at better opportunities are, on my way, they're coming to me. Then it is more empowering, it is more positive, affirming to yourself, right? So there are many positive affirmations. You can go on YouTube and just say positive affirmations for job success. Positive affirmation for job success. Plug into your headphones and plug into your ears and then just sleep, right? And that will help. And a lot of people it has helped. When you tune your mind to positive thoughts, automatically things will start changing because your perspective will change your result also will change. So that was the thoughts. And the second is your time management. How are you managing your time? Your timetable, very important, very crucial, because 24 hours, although you are unemployed, if you don't have a job, doesn't matter, but what you do with that time. And when you tell yourself, I don't have a job, it's already, you're sending the signal to the universe that I have all the time, but what are you doing with that time? So make sure that you have a list of things to do. Make a list, have it, and work on it. For example, I'll tell you what in timetable you can put in. Morning when you wake up, you look at all the websites for the vacancies, list all the websites, then write down the vacancies that you are applying. Make a tracker of the vacancies that you are applying, because in the period of 30-40 days, in a daily basis, if you are applying 2 to 3 jobs, that is almost 100-120 jobs. But after 1 month, if you start getting calls, you don't know where you applied, what you did, what you wrote. So it is very important to know which email ID you sent, even when you send it to a person, which person you send, so that in the tracker it's very visible. On a daily basis, you know these many efforts have gone behind your job search. And then if you have to follow up with that person, with that HR person or that company, you can then start sending follow-up emails, messages. If it is a WhatsApp, you can call. So many things that to be done. But unless and until if you're not maintaining this habit of defining a timetable and putting this task list, okay, so you have a timetable, and under each segment there's a task to be done. How many new people that I'll connect on a daily basis, right? It's very important as well. Like, am I waiting people to come and ask me, or am I reaching out to people? So what is your strategy? So this is also very important. Okay, so this is in summary about timetable. And the last very, very, very important thing is having a teacher, having a tutor. Okay, so this is the T, the meaning that I could find the word, not the meaning, but the what do I say? The word starting with the T. But in usually they call it mentor, they would call coach, or they would call guru. So there are many things that you would call, but I can relate with the T is teacher or a tutor. Why do I call teacher? Why teacher is important? Now let's consider our own life. Since childhood we have grown. Okay, we had parents to guide us, and then we had teachers to guide us, and then we finish our university, college, and then we are on our own. We have the freedom to choose things. Okay, now the fact is we have always been guided by someone who could tell us. How to eat also was guided, right? How to walk also was guided. Somebody taught us how to write, how to read. There was a teacher in our life. But eventually we forget to have a teacher who could take us from destination A to destination B. And the day when you fail to recognize that I am doing things all by myself, and then there is lack of guidance and support, who to blame? Do you blame because nobody comes and no, there was no guidance for me? Or do you blame yourself that you're not finding a mentor or a teacher or a coach for you? Now why I'm sharing this is because there are enough and more people around you who have also gone through the same situation, who have also been there for months, for years. Santosh D'Souza, if I have to share his story, for almost 1 year after having a good middle-level management career, he was without a job for 1 year. He had to send his family back, his children back. He had to live in a sharing accommodation. He had no money to eat. And when you hear these stories of people, you will know how they went through that phase of life. Now imagine if they did something so that they landed in a job during that job search. How did they maintain their mindset, the positivity, the hope, the belief in themselves? Now don't you think you will also feel that you are not alone? You have people around you who could guide you. But unless and until if you don't reach out, then how one would come to you to guide you or support you? In Dubai Jobs Hunt, I tell people that unless and until people don't reach out, we can't go and guide them. This is what we do. the educational sessions, the meetups, the seminars, the sessions, the testimonials. That's a lot that we do already. But beyond that, if you want someone who could want to guide you, then you have to take that step, get out of that comfort and ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not getting the result? Where is it that I don't get the point where I have to do things right? And when you reach out to those who have already walked the path, who have already got that experience, that journey, and who can guide you, then things might look easier for you, simpler for you, that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So ask yourself, do you have a teacher? And I always relate this to having a role model. Look up to someone who you would love to be at some point in time. If you would like to be a motivational speaker, look up to someone who is 10 times ahead, who is prolific speaker, splendiferous, amazing speaker. Look up to that person. If you would like to be a great storyteller, then follow people who are great storytellers. If you would like to be a great HR professional, then look up to someone who has already been there. How did he do that? How he's grown? What did he do differently that he's climbing the ladder of success? If you want to be a finance professional, sales professional, marketing professional, identify one person that you would want to follow the footsteps. Ask if they can be your mentors. In Toastmasters, we have something called mentorship, and it becomes such easy flow of their journey because mentor who is already has experienced the journey of public speaking, storytelling, and so on and so forth, it will be easier for them to guide the new babies who have just joined and would like to also enhance their public speaking and communication and leadership skills. Isn't it so simple? Isn't these are small things? I didn't tell you anything that was hard. My mentor once told me, Avel, you want to climb to Himalaya? Imagine if you, from the foot of Himalaya, if you keep looking at the tip of the Himalaya, just looking at the tip of the Himalaya, and my neck is like this and I'm only looking at the Himalaya tip, would I be ever able to make it there? Will I ever be able to make it there? The only thing that you can do to get there is focus on the next grip, next grip, next grip, next grip. That next step is what is the most important. And in your life, if you are looking for a job, what is the step that you are taking now? Is it only sending one CV to all the jobs? Or is it just remaining the way you are without enhancing the skills, knowledge, competencies, not recognizing what is in demand in the market, how I should be prepared to be ready for the new norm, or how employers are looking for, and am I matching their requirements? I want a job, I want salary, but the employers have certain expectations. Are you prepared to be that person to get hired? And for that, these things are very important. Your thoughts, your time management, which is timetable, and then having a good teacher by your side, right? And the last one, how you think, how you manage your time, and who do you associate with? Who do you look up to? Who is your mentor? Who is your tutor? Who is your teacher? And this is very important. Surround yourself with positive people. Like Swami Vivekananda once said, that you become an average of the 5 people you surround with. 5 people. Now ask yourself, who are you surrounding? What are you listening from them? Are they talking positive? Are they negative? Are they empowering you? Is this pulling you down? Whatever they say. If it is yes, then they are the mosquitoes. They're not bad people, but they are the mosquitoes. The thoughts might affect your result, your performance, your success, your energy, your feelings, your thoughts, conditioning. And I give this example to my mentees and coaches sometimes, Your thoughts are like the frequency of the radio. Radio frequency, you sit in a car or at home, you want to listen to the radio, you tune in. Now imagine your favorite radio station. 104.4 in Dubai, 104.4, 104.8, but 104.4 you want to tune in, but you land up tuning it 104.3. Now would it sound with that clarity which is supposed to be? It will be like buzz, buzz, there's noise, there's disturbance. 104.4, when you tune in properly, the sound is clear, the voice is clear, and the music is clear. Now your frequency here is your thoughts. What is the frequency you're sending through your thoughts, your conditioning? When you say, I don't think things will happen for me, you're sending that frequency, and that frequency will work for you. Simple as that. So tune your thoughts to the frequency of what result you're looking at. And by far one of the best positive affirmation and empowering belief is I can do it. I can do it. Keep saying I can do it. Things are possible for me. It is possible for me. I can do it. And I will tell you, things will work. It might take time. Things will work depending on how you condition, then how you put your efforts. With this, I conclude my 3 T's of today. Thoughts, time, and teacher. Remember this. Thoughts, time, and teacher. Make use of these things. Our mind is the most powerful thing that we are blessed with. It can take you to the wildest of imaginations. It can take you to your dream world. It can make you imagine great things. So use it to think positive.